Now, your Chris 6 weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dale Nelson.
And this is a time lapse from our weather bug camera up in Galveston. This is the Galvez Hotel there, and you can see the weather deteriorating throughout the afternoon and now the evening hours up on Galveston Island. They will not receive the brunt of the storm, but they will be affected, and they are under that hurricane warning. And then there's that tropical storm warning that extends south of there a little bit towards Seadrift. We have small craft advisories and coastal flood advisories here for the coastal bend, and that is the extent of our warnings and our involvement with the storm, which is running over very warm water right now in the upper 80s temperature-wise. Look at this, wave heights of 33 feet and rising. That's why they said an unsurvivable storm surge along the Louisiana coast, along the path of the storm and to the right in that right front quadrant. And that's what they're talking about with a storm surge could be up to 25 feet. For us, we've got seas offshore running about 8 feet, 2 feet near shore, and that will cause the higher than normal tides on area beaches. So no direct threat here as the storm heads north, but the rip current risk is definitely off the charts and dangerous. Nobody should be in the water, as we found out earlier at the top of the show, and high long period swells that will be taking place with coastal flooding. They'll be the highest in the morning at high tide, which will vary from about 2 to 8 a.m. So that's what's going on with the local impacts here. As far as Laura goes, the 6 o'clock advisory keeps it moving northwest at 15 miles an hour. That puts it at landfall shortly after midnight tonight up here on the Louisiana coast, right about there. You can see how it's made that turn to the north as expected and kept us out of harm's way, but certainly clobbering Louisiana and the Texas border there. 145 mile an hour winds, gusts to 175. You can see how ominous this looks on the satellite depiction right here. That's a 25-mile wide eye, very distinctive. The more distinctive the eye, the stronger the storm. There's the landfall tonight. That's right about 1 a.m. Shortly after midnight with 150 mile an hour winds. The Category 5 is 156 plus, so it's almost a Category 5 at landfall. It is going to run into a little bit of wind shear that will slow it down, perhaps just a bit. All right, so 70 mile an hour winds near Shreveport tomorrow afternoon. Can you believe that? And then on up into Louisiana and northward through Arkansas and the Ohio and Tennessee Valley by the weekend. So low pressure here, high pressure back over here by Florida, and it's going right around the rim and splitting the difference right down the middle. Notice all this dry air back to the west. That's why we're not seeing much rain from this system, because we are not involved with it. If you want rain, you got to have the storm. We sure don't want that. There's the Category 4 going in tonight. And with that, that high pressure continues off to the east. So we're left with a weak wave that comes into the region, but not much here on Sunday. It looks like it's kind of fizzling out, so a few coastal showers, but not a big rainfall opportunity. The winds with this are going to be strongest along the Louisiana-Texas border and moving off to the east. They've got winds sustained at about 20 to 25. Our winds 10 miles an hour from the northeast, gusts to 32. They're starting to pick up. Future tracker shows only isolated showers here tomorrow, and that's about it, with very hot temperatures. Take a look at the 7-day forecast. Heat index will be 110 plus. Today it hit 111. 98 tomorrow with isolated showers, sauna-like heat. We'll see mid to upper 90s throughout the forecast period. We will have isolated showers on Sunday, but not enough to shout about. Katya?
So hot. All right. Thank you for that, Dale. And